Guys that just do gaming don't work out, and that's horrifying.
Fair enough.
They are. It's awful. No, I have met them. I'm like, okay, I see you do nothing but gaming, which is fine, but enjoy your diabetes.
Oh god. Yeah. No, I know a couple people like that as well. Majority of the gaming community isn't like that, I like to think.
Well, unfortunately, it is a fact that the health of the gaming community is poor. Unfortunately,
Oh no.
because you know
Speaking of gaming,
Yes.
can I ask?
Yes.
Have you seen or done anything with Black Ops 4 yet?
I have seen it. I'm a little bit interested, but you got to remember that I did that for a living, so those kind of games do nothing for me.
I know, but this one is really fun with the Battle Royale mode.
You just go in there and it's a slaughter fest.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, I'll look at it. You know, I mean, I've been given all kinds of commercials and stuff on Xbox and stuff. Wait, who's that singing in the background?
You can hear that. That's in the other room.
Yeah, who is that?
It's Gina.
Is that dancing? Is she in there dancing and singing?
Oh, yeah, it's dancing door. He could hear you from the kitchen. Do you want to say hello?
Hear me? Hey.
Hi.
You're putting the phone to the ear with a headphone in. Hello. I'm playing a game. No, I'm fucking playing a game, Joey. Suck my dick. Suck it.
All right. So I was gonna ask if.
I'm back.
Oh, thank you. I was gonna ask dancing. Oh well, we got to start. So okay. Hold
You want make me want to
oh, we have been starting. Never mind.
Right, I will mute.
We've been started for 2 minutes. I just wanted to hear Dancing Daughter and Swearing Daughter. This has been fantastic. Oh, that is amazing. What was dancing? Singing to? Mike? And we lost Mike.
Sorry, I was muted. What was that?
Well, no, we had swearing on there. We started streaming and then I'm trying to figure out what the hell Dancing Daughter was singing to.
Oh, Malcolm in the Middle. Yeah, Malcolm in the Middle. Say hi to YouTube.
Hi to YouTube.
Hi.
Well done. You didn't swear.
What? Sorry.
Thank you.
Oh my God. That's so great. Hey everybody, welcome to the RSG Lunch Stream. I was having so much fun with that. I started the stream. It was so great. Oh God, those two daughters of yours, Mike, are entertainment galore.
That's one word for them.
Well, I mean, you know.
Do you want them? I'm not sure how much I can afford to give you, but...
all right, well, let's negotiate. I've got $50 in Monopoly. $50 in Monopoly money, a bag of Twizzlers, and a Mountain Dew. Let's trade.
Mate, I'm trying to work out how much change I've got to give you.
Oh, that's true. Well, let's just call it even Steven.
Yes. And no comebacks on the bleeding ears after 2 minutes of being in their company.
I know. One day I will visit jolly old England again, and I will meet these two daughters of yours and be like, okay.
Oh, wow.
I get it.
Yes. Make sure that you take copious amounts of pain-killing pills beforehand.
There you go. All right.
Hookers and blow. Actually, that would do it.
Our main goal in life. All right, everybody, welcome to the lunch stream. We've been going for 5 minutes, and I'm just enjoying the conversation. You know what? That's what we do here on RSG. We just have fun conversations for you guys. Something fun to listen to. That's what the lunch stream is all about. Let's see. We got Mike and the daughters in the background doing their thing. We also have, and my Skype thing disappeared, so I have no idea. I know Dr. Finn Medicine Woman is here.
He's on a phone call.
Is he?
That's what he said.
Loki, I need you to deal with this. I can't. You're nearby. You're like, what, 8 hours away from Florida right now?
No, I'm actually back on the West Coast now.
Are you really?
I'm 1 billion miles away from Florida now.
Oh, snap. I didn't know you got back, because I'm just so used to you being like in Pennsylvania or Maryland or...
Yeah. No, I got back yesterday. The plane ride was good.
Yeah. We haven't had you on in the lunch stream in forever, bro.
I know. I've just been terribly busy, man, but I'm ready to have some fun and talk about stuff today.
Yes, I'm not angry anymore. There's that.
Liar, pants on fire.
It's all right.
Well, no, I'm angry, but I mean, I'm just not gonna, I'm saving my wrath for this Revan crap. Well, I mean, the thing is, and I'm sure we'll get questions. If you guys do have questions, go ahead and get those in. Dr. Finn Medicine Woman will be scooping those up. He's on a phone call, apparently, and we will get to that. We do have a Ross review. We do have Weird News Monday. Let me just knock out the mechanisms, and we'll get to this Reverend crap real quick. So make sure you give us a thumbs up on the video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. If you'd like to check out our Patreon, please check out our Patreon. And also, we are going to be running for... raising charity. We're doing a half marathon in April of 2019 to raise money for the American Cancer Society. If you'd like to support us in that endeavor, please go to our GoFundMe page. We are well over halfway to our first goal that we're trying to raise. And remember, guys, this Saturday we're doing a mega stream, 12 hours of gaming, where we will be trying to raise as much money of that as we can. And
you're unlocking Revan?
Everyone say goodbye to Mike.
I think you should hack Grande's account, lock him out of it for 2 days, and save it for the Saturday stream.
No, I'm not going to do that. No, I can't do that. No. But yeah, let me just pull up the characters that I have for the Old Republic. They're all on my favorites, so we can look at them. Nope, not even close. So there we go. That's not happening. So the big thing is that they didn't do a character kit reveal on Friday, right? And we still haven't gotten anything about the kit reveal. And supposedly the event's supposed to be coming here, what, Wednesday or Thursday? Probably Thursday, yep. Right?
Yeah, I suppose it'll be late Wednesday for me. No, yeah. It's due out on the 18th, isn't it?
I think that is correct. If anybody in the channel can...
Would be nice to know what we've spent a gazillion pounds on. You know, what it does.
Is Dr. Finn back?
Yes, I am back.
Okay. Yeah, we don't have any official... I think it is the 18th. Okay, good. Okay, so... But yeah, we don't have a kit reveal, which is... I don't know. That's kind of crazy. It's kind of hard to make an investment. I mean, people are going to make an investment regardless. There are people like that, right? Just by name recognition, right? Alone.
Yeah, Pokemon.
And you click them off, spend your money. But yeah, we don't have any idea of what this character is going to be at all. We don't know how many Zetas. Probably, I mean, we can speculate, but we can speculate till the cows come home and still not. Three Zetas,
which are useless.
You know. We don't. I mean,
well, there have been all the rumors floating around Discord, right? So there's probably about 5 kits going around right now.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It isn't the main one that it force drains your wallet or something. That's what I heard.
Oh, that's a. Yeah,
those are the memes. Yeah, Mobile and Arnold did a great video where they were just looking at all the memes about this, and I was cracking up because there were so many good ones in there. I love the community. Oh, just brutal. It's so brutal. But yeah, we don't have a kit reveal, so there's nothing to talk about, like, at all. Which kind of worries me a little bit.
I'm assuming that there are a lot of game-changing videos waiting for the hour to strike so they can release and show everyone.
Yeah, last I heard, they hadn't even seen it. They didn't have anything to report on because they couldn't even give you an idea because they hadn't even seen anything yet. So, yeah. I mean, as I said, listen, guys. If you're going to buy Revan, hey, power to you, right? If you're not buying Revan, power to you. So I think that's not really the debate right now. I'm asking people not to buy this character. I know Arnold and some other guys are saying they are not buying it, and have stated the opinion that I have, that if you are upset about this, and it seems like from the poll that Arnold did that 75% of people are very upset with different aspects of this release, that the best way for you to make a statement is to close your wallets. To not make any purchases. But, if anybody does make a purchase, remember, guys, we are a community. If you want to be upset about anybody, then you be upset about toward the company, not toward one another. That's the only, we keep it civil between ourselves. And you guys keep it civil stuff on Reddit and stuff like that, and you let Old Ranger here bust that ass. That's what I do. I will be your anger. Loki, you're getting Revan, or where are you at on that?
I'm still farming T3. I think he's like 75 out of 85, so I still got a long way to go with him. I'm trying, and I think my mission is 30 out of 100, and my Jolie is 30 out of 100. So
you're pretty close right there.
I'm getting there.
Yeah,
I'm getting there. Maybe it's the tail end of the event. I don't know. I'm not, like I mentioned in our chat room. I'm just kind of just grinding. I'm just farming it. I don't know if this kit's amazing, then I'll buy the money packs, I guess. But I haven't done anything yet. So yeah. I'm just grinding all my currency. So I have my Zalbar and my Bastila at 7-star already, so I'm not buying the $6.99 pack anymore. I don't think it's a good deal because I don't want to pull those two.
Mm-hmm.
And the game knows if you already have the 7-star character, it's just going to drop all those shards anyway. So
mm-hmm.
I'm just going to slow farm it. I'm still holding hope that they're going to activate HK47 and let you use him as a last minute apology thing.
No, I don't.
I don't think they can at this point. That's the problem.
They can add a tag, man.
But too many people spent with the conditions of knowing that it's just KOTOR, and like they put it out in writing. Every time they do that, people ask.
Finn?
Get refunds in this game because they keep.
Yeah, but the way I look at it, right? If you activate it, then okay, let's say you get 1,000 refund requests, but then you'll get another 2,000 buy-ins for the other characters, right? That's the way I look at it. I don't think the refunds really. I don't really think they care about refunds because it's just gonna make the rest of the masses say, "Okay, screw it. I already got HK47. Let's do it." Right? There's gonna be the impulse buy, so that's the way I look at it. I would probably do it if they did it, but they haven't done any damage control yet, so they've been pretty disciplined too.
Well, they haven't responded at all, right?
Yeah.
Because I think they've backed themselves in a corner on this, right?
Well, we discussed this a little bit on one of the streams, and I can't remember now because we've talked about it so much, right? But essentially, they've made an assumption, and the sales will tell them whether or not they're right, which is that either there is a large segment of the population that is not spending because they feel like they don't need to, right? And they only spend what they can. And there's another group that's spending more because they'll spend whatever is needed for something that's really good. It's kind of those middle-of-the-road spenders, the ones that aren't always trying to get the characters to 7-star, but it's the characters that are like the characters that they really want, they're willing to spend for. The problem is if they're wrong about their assumption that there are more people that are willing to spend more, but they just haven't had incentive to, versus those that can't spend more and are upset because they're being forced to, then they're going to have a big problem with the bottom line. And the bottom line is the only thing that's going to change their decision.
Yeah.
So, I mean, my personal guess is that there's more people that can only spend $20, $50 a month, whatever it is, and now feel like the game is requiring too much money and they're getting upset, versus the people that are like, oh, rather than I usually spend $100 for the characters, but now I'll spend $150, or now I'll spend $200.
Right.
And kind of that the goalpost discussion that we were having.
Yeah. I mean, the other thing is, too, and I've heard it on other things, is if Revan is super awesome, then for 3 to 6 months till he comes back out again, right? If he's meta defining, meta changing, then the people that it's a no-win situation releasing like this. Is that the exclusivity means that people that have him, if he dominates arena, people will be upset, or territory wars, right? If he's awful, then the people that did make that investment are going to be like, what the hell? A character like this that I'm spending up to $1,500, depending on where you're at with the farm of these characters. You're like, well, what did I just buy? So I don't know what they're going to do. So I don't.
He better be good, man. That's all I need.
I know, right? If you've made that investment and it's subjective, right? Good, but I mean, like, he better be amazing, right? Because you're paying for exclusivity. You're paying that he's going to be a dominant character and that he's going to be exceptionally good in territory wars and arena. I mean, is that how you guys see it? Well, go ahead, Mike.
Well, I look at it. I mean, basically, their Mission and Zalbar are raid tunes. Jolie is a raid tune. Bastille is the only one that you can really use in arena. The other one, I mean, you can argue that you can use the other characters, but you need them kind of maxed out, and otherwise they're not really arena viable. So it's a huge investment for 5 tunes, which, and predominantly they're raid tunes. Same with the solo lot. The solo lot work in raids, and that's about it. And they work in one raid. And yeah, that's the bit that I'm not keen about. Is the fact that there doesn't seem to be any transference of skills. You can't take them into arena, or I suppose the only other area possibly would be territory wars as a line of defense. I'll find out tonight.
Yeah,
but yeah, and I'm not holding.
Oh, so you're putting KOTOR cheese on defense?
Well, I've got. I mean, not under Bastila, but I've got Kira's.
Oh, of course, that wouldn't be cheese. You'd have to put it under a Zalbar.
Yeah, but I've got Zalbar, Mission, and Jolie are all zeted. So yeah. I've got to do something with them now. I suppose I've got them.
All right. Well, we'll get back to the subject here. I'm sure there'll be questions related to it. So if you have questions, go ahead and get those in. Dr. Finn will scoop them up. And we've got a roster review today, and we are doing.
We've got a Grande spotting as well.
No, that's not important.
Okay, sorry.
Grande. He who is Grande.
I'm going to be quiet. Because every time I say that people need to quit freaking being whiny babies, I get a bunch of people being whiny babies. So I'm just going to be quiet.
Well, their response is, quit having your nose up CG's ass, CG Grande.
Hey, I'm going to be ready on day 1, hour 1. Day 1, hour 1.
And that's okay, too.
But I do agree with what Mike said. They are, I mean, except for one character, they are, they're raid characters. Yeah. And that's cool. That's neat. But, I mean, we had the same thing. I mean, we had the same thing. I mean, as soon as you saw Armor Shred on Zalbar, you're like, okay, that's a raid character. Just like you don't see people rocking Sabine in Arena. And you really didn't, even when people were running Phoenix. You really didn't see them rocking Sabine. They were rocking the other 5.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not a high DPS. It's just not a high DPS, or let me give you every buff known to, or it's not a turn meter team, right? I mean,
No.
that's the three things you need to make a arena viable, and they're just not.
Yeah.
And so at some point you're like, it's like Mike said, I'm leveling and gearing to do more damage in the raids. Well, a lot of people don't have a real need to do more damage in the raids, or they find it, or they don't get excited about that particular aspect of the game, which is okay.
It's all good in the hood. All right, so we are doing our good friend Contingent 33's profile today, and they are in Assassination Reborn. Woo!
This is the second time we've done Contingent's roster, isn't it?
That is correct. He wanted a second review. We did his first one a while ago, and he's made a lot of progress on his roster, so he kind of wanted a re-review to kind of see where he should go next, because he's been doing kind of what we said, but he's been starting to feel like he's doing too many minor projects, and so his guild is just starting to get Treya, and so he's looking for where he should move.
Well,
Too many.
By the way, Ranger, the screen is just showing the thumbnail.
is it? Oh, I thought I had shown. No, that's my bad. Sorry, guys. Like the whole sweary dog thing had me cracking up.
We want to.
Yeah, we had to hide that from your eyes.
Oh God. But yes. So, is there anything specific he's asking for? Or are we just going to start from scratch and start looking at stuff?
Yeah, just looking overall.
Well,
I think he said he was going to join the chat. So if he's in the chat, then you can let us know if there's something specific, Contingent. But
Okay.
But yeah, he said overall just looking for projects and where. Yeah, so he's looking for a way to improve holding an arena, and so he's trying to work up to about the 120 range. So he wants to focus on his arena.
Well, let's
but he
look at
said he
arena
falls
first.
because his payout is while he's at work. So he's one of those that has issues with timing.
Well, let's look at his characters though, and make sure that he's got what he needs on there. I hit the wrong one. I just hit Palpatine. God dang it. I think Moz is going to be an issue. So Palpatine speed overall is 191. Let's go back. I want to look at Thrawn. That's the big boy on this lineup that we got to look at first. And GG is being ridiculous.
What is his arena team?
It's
Sorry,
it's Palpatine. Yeah, it's Palpatine lead with Vader, Thrawn, Nihilus, and Scion. They're all gear 12.
Okay, great. I'm great with that lineup. I'm guessing working on Treya and no really high geared Nest, right? Is that the general consensus here?
Let me see if he has Nest or not. Let me check the scoundrels. Yeah, his Nest is gear 8 or gear 7.
Okay.
Sorry,
Yeah,
gear
his-
7, but 7-star, but gear 7.
Yeah, 7-star?
Yep, 7-star Nest, gear 7.
But
Ooh. Well, that's one of the things we could probably rectify, and it might help him out a bunch.
well, the other thing I'm looking at too is his speed on Thrawn, 223.
How did we get to what?
His
He's
mods
got-
are not optimized.
His mods
If
are
you look
not
at his
optimized
mods
at all.
are fairly scattered.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing.
So we need to. I mean, so we're not even like a plus 100 on Thrawn.
No.
Basically.
No, and he's got a speed set, but like his cross doesn't have any speed on it. You know,
So we need it. So if we're running arena, and we're running Thrawn, the best thing we can do to help our defense is get a speedy Thrawn up there, right?
Yeah.
Get him. I mean, plus 100. We're not talking about crazy. We're saying
No, he can get better. He has good speed mods in order to get Thrawn faster.
So plus 100 should not be a.
Oh no, he should be probably just eyeballing it here, probably close to the 130 range.
Plus 130. Excellent.
God.
Thrawn is typically not your damage dealer. Thrawn is typically your control piece, right? And so, Thrawn does two things. He turn meter swaps with somebody and cleanses, and he does fracture. I mean, I don't know very many people that use him for his basic to give speed up and then do a ability
Right.
block and stun. But even then, he's still a control piece at that point. So control pieces we have to have going super fast so that they can actually do their job, which is control.
Yeah, Thrawn needs. All right, so we listen. contingent, we've got to remod your arena. I don't care about how you remod the rest of your characters, but your arena has got to be maximized, because if it's not, you're just no wonder you're falling so much.
And he's pretty much running a control type team, right? I mean, Alp is a control type character, control and turn meter. Even Vader, to a certain extent, is all about you got to control long enough to get Vader dots going and get Vader slows on and get Vader to where you can do culling blade more than once. You got to control with stuns and shocks in order to get Nihilist to annihilate. So
it's all about that, and you've got to be going first. Now you have a couple of options here. You either keep the same lineup that you have, and make Thrawn.
Not bad. I use that lineup.
I would keep his lineup. I don't want to switch to Nest.
Right.
His mods are decent. We can get his Thrawn faster.
Yeah,
but
he can easily
if you
get
put
his
Enfys in there, you have to be confident that your Enfys is going first, because if you're facing Traya teams with a Enfys instead of a Thrawn, and your Enfys isn't going first, it's gonna be very hard for you to make up that gap.
Right. So you can keep the same lineup. However, we've got to get Thrawn. I mean, you've got to get him above 280. He's got to go first. Because if he's not, then you're just spinning your wheels. Because basically what's happening is people will look in your characters. They will click your characters and they will look and see what are your mods, what is your speed of your characters. Because they're looking for, well, this is an easy battle. 223 Thrawn, blah, blah, 190 speed on Emperor Palpatine. And
I mean, I've seen it before where my characters go before the other characters, Traya, Nest, and everything else, and I'm like, dang, that's my new stepping stone guy right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's my new guy I'm going to beat up on every time so I can take rank, because I know it's an easy win.
Yep. So
I don't want this to be you.
You've got to make it contingent. If you're having an issue where you are not able to get to your payouts because of work and stuff, which is totally understandable. Yeah, totally understandable, man. Life comes first. But you can make it where you don't drop as much as if you mod these characters correctly. It'll make your life a little bit easier.
You're giving the AI a fighting chance.
Right. I mean, we got to remod, man. That is priority number one. And let's get your Thrawn at least as fast as possible. Then your Vader, right?
And even if he moves these mods for raids, he needs to really do mod loadout so he can quickly move them back.
Sure, if you're going to have it like that, then that's fine. But, overall, looking at his mods, do you think he needs to farm some more mods with speed secondaries or anything like that, Finn? Mike, anybody?
No, he has speed set. I mean, so it's kind of hard to gauge fully because the mods are really, really scattered. But in a quick look at his speed set, speed secondaries, I mean, he has a decent number of double digits in order to at least get his Vader and his Thrawn, which are kind of the two critical speed pieces when you're facing the Traya team. He could use some more secondary speed mods, but I think with what he has, just remodding Thrawn and Vader would do a lot for his ability to stand up in arena.
Right. Because all my characters are above 200 for my arena team, and then I've got my Thrawn, as fast as humanly possible. So, and if you are in a good place with your mods, you need to be slicing all those blue and purple mods to see if you can get the better secondary speeds, and then you just replace that on your arena team as it presents itself.
Absolutely. If we look at his mods, if he's got, over 600 mods placed, I would definitely say that we want to, be slicing probably greens and blues. And then whenever you get some that are in the, 14, 15 range, you slice those up and see where they go. You could easily get some plus 20s out of that deal. I've found some excellent mods when I slice.
I mean, looking at his roster, it's a really excellent roster. He's got a lot of the characters at 7 stars that a lot of people don't have. And I can tell he's spent a little money on this because he's got a 7-star Django. So there's been some monetary investment in here on this. I mean, 7-star Basila. So let's kind of look at his teams overall. GG's just not cooperating with me today.
Arena and ships, man. Arena and ships. Maybe take his ally code and do it in game. I sometimes have that a little easier to look at.
It's fine.
Dorky.
I'm trying to think where we need to look at first. Let's look at Old Republic since the Revan thing's happening. We might as well see where he's at, just for giggles. So he has a 7-star Bastila with the Zeta. The rest are 5-star. So, let's see. Let's look at his rebels.
Bounty hunters.
Bounty hunters are. I mean, if he has a 7-star Jango, I'm thinking. I know he's got boss 7 stars. So.
So he should have Chewie then. He probably got Chewie then.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt if I popped up and looked for Chewie, but we'll look at his bounty hunters first. Let's see what he's got. He's got a 7-star Gear 11 boss with the Zeta, Gear 12 Boba Fett, Gear 9 Greedo 7 stars, IG-88's Gear 10 7 stars, Jango Fett's Gear 9 7 stars, Dengar's Gear 8 7 stars. The only 2 characters that are not 7 stars is Aura and Embo. They're both 4 stars.
Okay. So he got a Chewie then.
I'm pretty sure he did, but we'll filter him just to make sure. Let's see where his Chewie is at. Let's just look at his rebels overall, because we just want to get a sense of his overall roster. Let's see, Chewbacca 6 stars. Wait, 6 stars? Okay, so he probably got these characters done after the Chewbacca event, so he's 6 stars.
Maybe he got them done after the Chewbacca
event. Gear 5.
Well, so, be ready for Chewbacca next go around.
Definitely ready for next time around. So you don't need to focus on your bounty hunters. Maybe gearing a little bit, but with a Jango and a Bosk and a Gear 12 Bubba, you should have no problem, homie. Seriously, just you're good to go for the Chewie event when it comes back around. Rebels look really good. Even some of the Phoenix as a part of that are Hera's Gear 12. I mean, so let's look at his Empire, because that incorporates the Imperial Troopers. Yeah, troopers. Death Trooper needs to get to Gear 11. Shore Trooper, Snow Trooper. Yeah, so some of the troopers you need to get up gear-wise. Death Trooper at 11. Stark needs to be 11. Snow Trooper, Shore Trooper. These guys need to be 11. I can tell he's working on Probe Droid because it's 5-star Gear 7, so that should be something you're working on through the territory battles. You can help your guild out by having, because you got your Veers Gear 12 with the Zeta, but you need Stark at Gear 11, and you need your Shore, your Death, and your Snow Trooper ready to rock and roll as well, to help your guild with the Imperial Pro Droids. Gear 7 Stark and the rest of these guys is just not going to cut it. So that's one of the priorities you could probably work on, is maybe the troopers. Let's look at his Night Sisters. Night Sisters are okay. They are farmed. All of them are 7 stars, which is nice. He does have the Zeta on Asajj and one on Mother Talzin. Zombie need to get to Gear 10 for her to work now, unfortunately. Daka's 10, you can take her to 11, and then you can go Talia, you can go Acolyte. The cool thing is he's farmed all the Night Sisters, so pretty cool. They're all 7 stars. We just need some gear on them, and that's not too bad either. So Night Sisters look solid. I'm looking for Heroic Sith Raid too, so if you can get your Zombie to 10, get another Night Sister to at least 10, 11, get Daka to 11.
And they don't need speed mods. They don't need speed mods, which is really awesome.
Yeah, they're just
Zombie to 10, and then just health and offense.
Yep.
A little bit of crit chance, a little bit of crit damage.
Let's look at Scoundrels. Scoundrels look pretty solid, actually. farm-wise, he's farmed the hell out of them. A lot of 7 stars here. I mean, honestly, looking at his roster, he's got... Really what I'm seeing is there's a lot of gear checks on this. So, I'm not seeing anything that's, going through... It looks really, really good. I'm not seeing anything that, look at his resistance, but overall I'm getting the sense, yeah, resistance looks really good. They're all 7 stars at least. Even Rosen Holdo are 7 star. Wow, nice. That's a farm there, buddy. Zeta's on Finn, BB-8, R2, Ray. They each have 2. He's got his... So, you've got the pieces here, buddy, to really... I mean, I can tell you've done some really good work on your farm. So now it's just more about a gear check. So let's just pick a team. Let's finish your Night Sisters first. They seem the closest to be done. You can use them in Phase 4 of the raid, and you can use them in other things like Darkside Territory Battles, Territory Wars, right? Then let's go get the Troopers gear. Because you're going to need that to finish your Probe Droid, help your guild out in the Darkside Territory Battles. And your Probe Droid... For that final battle, you're going to need him to be 7 star, gear 9 to be effective. You don't need the Zeta or anything on them, but you just need him at that level. One of the things that makes a big difference in those battles is Stark. So let's finish your Night Sisters, but let's also get your Stark, your Snow Trooper, and your Shore Trooper up to gear 11. Death Trooper as well, because Death Trooper is a piece that fits in a lot of places. But overall, yeah, I think 2 areas here. So just gear on some of these factions. Some are done. Some he just needs to pick a faction and let's just gear it, and then move on to the next faction, gear it. Move on to the next faction, at least gear 11, and we got to get your arena team fixed. There's just no way about it. We've got to get you modded better, buddy. Has anybody seen anything else in this roster besides those 2 things?
Can I just comment on the mods again?
Yes, please.
Get better. Please fix your mods. You gotta
if I was looking at them right now, I'd be spazzing out.
Yeah, you would. You would. You would definitely be spazzing out. God, he has such good mods just scattered everywhere. We need to change that. The sad thing is he took some of them to 6E also.
Don't do that until you have all your mods.
He didn't take a lot. I'm not saying he took a lot, but he took one with like 12 speed secondary on Thrawn to 6E, and it was like, why?
Yeah, get all your mods that are secondary, that are blue and purple. Slice those up first, especially if they have double digits on their speed. Those are your priorities first.
Yeah. I mean, I take so many mods to gold, and I'm like, all right, if I take this to 6E, it means I can't put it on my lower characters. Am I okay with that? Am I okay with that? And sometimes I'm like, nah, we'll hold off on that. We'll hold off.
Yeah, I mean, so 6E, there's not a huge boost in the secondary stats.
And you can't go backwards.
Yeah, and you can only use 6E mods on Gear 12 characters. Remember that. So for your arena team, focus on getting all your mods, your best mods after you slice everything to have your best speed secondaries, right? It's still RNG based, but once you do that, then you have a better assessment of what you have. And as you're going along doing that, because you're not gonna slice all your mods in one day. So you're constantly fixing your arena team with those best mods, so priority is the purple and the blue mods. I want those all sliced that have speed secondaries. No more 6E for a bit. Let's just get those done, and we got to get your Thrawn.
Stop focusing on the new shiny and start focusing on getting them to gear 11 or gear 12.
Yeah, let's work on those characters to get them the gear. Let's work on slicing those mods that have those speed secondaries. Let's remod your arena team. If we look at your roster again and we come back in here contingent and I see that you still have 230 speed on your Thrawn in your arena team and he's in your lineup, I'm going to be very, very unpleasantly happy. Anything else that he requested, Finn, or?
He wants the same thing kind of overall with his fleet. So the best way, he was wondering to improve his fleet as well, and then territory wars.
I don't know how he's doing with his fleet.
Somebody look in game on his ally code. We can tell how he's doing there.
I am checking right now.
I mean, I'm looking just first things ship lineup. I mean ships. Good God, they're all done. The only one is IG 2000, the 3-star, and Sith Fighter. Lando's
pilots to 11. That's the other thing we look at, right?
Lando's 72 right now.
Oh, okay.
Not terrible.
Yeah.
Pilots to 11 lets you have flexibility to be able to put all of the last ship omegas on every character. So when you're looking at, do I gear this guy or do I not gear this guy? How far do I take him? Just to 11.
Just 11. Just the tip, Grande.
Just a tip. Just a tip. Make sure you put some lube on it first.
It's never just a tip.
Yeah, that's what Tits has taught us. She is wise.
Shaft deep, baby. Shaft deep.
But yeah, he's got more than enough ships. I don't know what he's running in his starting lineup. I mean, it sounds too.
What's he's running in starting lineup there, Finn?
So the starting lineup is Thrawn with. It's a very interesting starting lineup. Kylo Ren's command shuttle.
Okay.
Ghost, and Episode 7 Millennium Falcon.
I think we can change that.
Yeah.
That's kind of an interesting starting lineup,
it is
considering Millennium Falcon and... Well, Millennium Falcon may be starting lineup, but damn, Kylo's command shuttle is a reinforcement ship.
Yeah, it is a definitely reinforcement ship.
It sounds like an offense team, like a climbing team.
Yeah.
It is a climb. It does sound like a climbing team. And that's Loki.
Yeah, he's been here for the whole time, Grande.
Oh, okay. Well, hi,
Loki. You see what happens, Loki? Grande looks for your voice like you look for McVenom's voice.
Well, I haven't talked to him in a while. He's been too busy for me. So,
well, he's kind of a big deal.
He's a big deal. Like, you know? He's been sitting in the pool.
Yeah, it's raining today. I can't hang out at the pool, and I freaking got stuck at the freaking DPS office, and I was trying to get my address changed, and I was just like, finally, I just left. One of the kids is not feeling good at school, and I got to go pick her up. So I was like, screw this, I'll just change my address.
Hey, do you guys have a chain like in Texas or where you guys are at down south? Is it called like Hip Hop Fried Chicken?
I've never heard of Hip Hop Fried Chicken.
I know Whataburger and some other franchises and chains.
Dude, when I was in Baltimore, man, they had a bunch of these. Or Hip Hop Chicken and Fish or something like that. Dude, it's the bomb, man.
Dang.
That's some of the best fried chicken I've ever had in my life.
It was
I can't remember the last time I ate fried chicken. Just being totally honest here. I can't remember the last time I ate fried chicken.
That's surprising because you chase chickens a lot, Grant. I thought you'd have a plethora of frozen dead chickens.
Well, that's why I thought about it, because I remember Grande chasing chickens.
Right?
I'm not a big fried chicken guy. I'm not a big fried food in general. Don't do French fries and don't do fried chicken. Don't do chicken strips or chicken nuggets. Baked chicken or like barbecue chicken. I could do that.
Coq au vin?
Just saying, I don't typically do the fried foods.
Coq au vin's not fried.
So, his reinforcement ships are Vader, Biggs, Phantom, and Slave One.
Phantom, Biggs.
Well, Phantom and Biggs are fine.
Well, we gotta come
Vader and then Slave One. I don't have an issue with his reinforcement ships. It's just the starting lineup is interesting.
Yeah, we gotta mix this up a little bit. He doesn't have. I mean, why not just use? He's got a 4-star Houndstooth.
Why not put Biggs in the starting lineup with Vader instead?
You could put Biggs in the starting lineup. You could use Chimera, do Biggs in the starting lineup, and then reinforce with Houndstooth.
I mean, his geos aren't ready yet, so I'm not going to say his geos because his spy and his Sunfac are like blue level gears. So the ships are 7-star, the pilots are not. So we're not looking at geos, which means kind of the other ship that lasts a little bit on defense is your big starting lineup And you can bring in a houndstooth from reinforcements if you want.
Who's his capital?
Chimera right now.
Chimera. Could he not run ITF in the starting lineup? The slippery ITF that feeds turn meter.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll target lock.
I mean, if he really wants to go with first order, why isn't he going all first order with houndstooth?
Right.
I mean, so there's.
I know people run Kylo, Ty, and
Houndstooth.
What's the other shit?
Houndstooth is the ship at the moment, either from your main lineup or called in as a reinforcement. So, yeah, and a 4-star Houndstooth is definitely viable. I see 3-star Houndstooth going. So
even if you just bring it in as reinforcement. Yeah.
Has he got a gauntlet or not? Okay, no. I've just seen gauntlet.
Gauntlet is real unusual for people to have it, where they have both Gar Saxton and
Super Pooper.
Super Pooper at gear 11. I mean, it's a lot of resources to throw into Super Pooper.
True, but that ship combined with Gauntlet is
I don't disagree.
Yeah. It just adds a world of pain to anyone going against it.
All right. So let's go with those changes. Nice lineup of ships, though. Pretty good job, buddy. As I said, your overall roster is really good. We just have some stuff to work on, change some things up with your arena team, your ships lineup. Also, who do you need to be working on farming your gear and stuff. So take that in stride. Let's work on those things, Contingents 33, and let's see if we can make some progress in what you're doing for the next time we look at your roster down the road. So let's definitely work on what we recommended and then see how it works out for you. And if you have questions about what you're doing, especially at the modding, just get with us and we'll help you out, bud. That's what we're here for. So that was Contingent 33's roster. We appreciate him letting us look at it, and we hope that the changes and recommendations that we made help you out. All right, now it's time for Weird News Monday. All right, let's look here.
Yay!
First one, security camera records man being chased by fast chicken. Is this Grande?
Awesome. It must be me. I must have been. I could see myself being chased by geese or ducks now. But
well, this is a chicken, Grande.
Chicken.
An Indiana security camera captured video of a strange chase between a man and a chicken that appears to be unusually fast. Bose Marbach tweeted video from the security camera at his job in Fort Wayne that shows Marbach fleeing from a chicken chasing after him with unexpected speed. We have a chicken at work and it loves attacking me when I let it out, Marbach said. He said the chicken can move with surprising speed. I swear it's faster than it looks, he tweeted. What he needs is Grande behind him. Like, if you have chickens chasing you, why not call Grande Incorporated? He'll get that chicken for you, and he'll use a jacket, and you'll have no more chicken problem.
Or KFC. They'll remove it quick enough.
Oh, no.
Free chicken.
All right, let's move on to the next one. Dubai creates world's largest Lego awareness message. Interesting. Officials in Dubai set a Guinness World Record by using Lego blocks to spell out an awareness message about using cell phones while driving. The Roads and Transport Authority announced it was awarded the record for largest awareness message using Lego blocks and it created a giant Lego plaque reading, "Your life is worth more than a phone call," in Arabic and English. Organizers said the plaque was composed of about 140,000 Lego bricks, with about 20,000 of the bricks spelling out the message. A Guinness adjudicator examined the completed project and awarded the record to the agency. The underlying objective of this achievement is to send a loud and clear awareness message to motorists, cautioning them against the risk of using cell phones while driving. Mathai Ben Adi, head of the Roads and Transport Authority, was quoted by the Kalaji Times as saying during the event, "Traffic studies indicate that the probability of traffic accidents where motorists are using mobile phones while driving is 4 times higher than those not using it." Well, that's a creative way of trying to do something.
I like Legos.
That is a crap ton of Legos.
Did you see? They had it at one of the Formula One races that somebody's made a full-size Lego Bugatti Veyron, and you can actually drive it. They've only risked it up to 30 miles an hour because they don't know what will happen if they push it any faster. But it is 100% Lego Bugatti Veyron.
That's crazy. People just do stuff sometimes that is amazing. You just go, what? Oh my god.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm going to go straight to Revan on that one.
All right, next one is unaccompanied turtle spotted riding subway train. A surprised passenger on a Tokyo subway train captured video when he encountered a highly unusual fellow commuter, a train riding turtle. Yuki Nakajima said he was on the Toi Shinjuku line when he spotted the loose turtle crawling around with no signs of a human companion. "When I got on the train from Shijuku Station, one of the passengers said there was a turtle on board," Nakajima said. "He was so relaxed and freely walking until gradually everyone began to notice him and he became a star. We all laughed along with each other and watched the turtle walk around, taking pictures of him. The turtle was okay and he wanted to roam free, cheerfully along the aisle and under the bench." Nakajima said railway staff took the turtle off the train at a later station and the police are now trying to find its owner.
You know what they didn't tell you is that he was in a race with the rabbit and decided that the easiest way was to take a train to the destination.
That's about smart.
That's running smart.
Mm-hmm. I think that's what we're going to do for the half marathon, Finn.
Just get one of the Disney people to cart to take us to the end.
Throw some water on our faces at the end, do the last 400
and just run in.
Oh god, we did it! You guys did that in 30 minutes. How did you pull it? It was unbelievable. 4 minute box. We did it. And then Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, and Goofy would beat us severely with candy staffs. All right.
I always feel sorry for the marathon winner. It's a bastard of a lap of honor, isn't it?
No. Crawfish infest South Carolina yard in wake of hurricane. Oh, wow. A South Carolina family is dealing with an unusual side effect of Hurricane Michael's recent visit, a crawfish infestation. That ain't an infestation, that's dinner. You get yourself a pot, you put them suckers in there, and you got yourself a gourmet meal. Get you some sausage, get you some corn on the cob. What's going on here? Peggy Breland posted videos and photos to Facebook showing the dozens of crawfish she and her family found around the yard of their Lake Murray area home after Hurricane Michael brought rains and heavy winds to the area Thursday morning. Bree said her husband noticed the crawfish when they took their dog for a walk around 6 a.m. Thursday, and a few hours later they noticed the population has spiked. Oh my gosh, they were everywhere, Breland told the state. They were in the side yard, the front yard, the backyard. I was totally shocked.
That's when you send a dog out there. Like that's a buffet right there.
She did.
It's a buffet.
Well, she goes on to say at the end, we joked about cooking them. I'm a big seafood eater, but I never took the taste of crawfish. After the next term we have, maybe we'll give it a try. But they're not hurting us, so we're trying to leave them be.
Silly crawfish. I didn't know crawfish could survive out of water.
Yeah, they're like any crustacean, like crabs, lobsters, things like that. They can survive out of water.
I thought they were more like shellfish, like shrimp, so they wouldn't be able to survive.
They're kind of more like
they're like little lobsters. I know. They look like little lobsters.
Yeah. So I mean, they can survive. Let's see here. Next one. Houston couple creates good boy beer for dogs. What? Oh my god. A pair of Houston bar owners who started brewing beer for their ailing canine a few years ago are now selling good boy dog beer at more than 20 locations. Megan and Steve Long said they learned how to brew beer for dogs, which does not contain alcohol, when their Rottweiler mix Rocky started having digestive problems a few years ago. The brews are called beer because we use a lot of the same equipment a brewery does. We just skip the fermentation process, Megan Long told USA Today. She said the beer contains all natural ingredients, including vegetables, meat, and turmeric, a spice known to aid digestion in canines. What the Grande, kill you. The Good Boy Dog Beer Company now has products available at more than 20 dog-friendly bars and restaurants in the Houston area, and they also ship their product in cans. The beer is available in 3 varieties: IPA Lot in the Yard, Session Squirrel, and Mailman Malt Liquor.
IPA in the Yard?
Yeah.
Yep. IPA Lot in the Yard, and then Session Squirrel. And Mailman Malt
Liquor. Oh, $2 from Vigilant Sentinel. He said, just for the great story. Well, thank you, Vigilant. We appreciate that. That's great. Good boy dog beer. Grande, you have something to get your dog now.
I do.
You can get the IPA a lot in the yard. I mean, Grande does that anyway himself, let alone the dog. We have to get maybe.
Well, he has to make sure the dog is comfortable.
We have to get Grande some of his own custom beers. And we
do have Grande Patron tequila. It's your number 5 choice.
That's true. Well, now we just need to.
Choice.
We do have to We have to cover the market in all alcoholic beverages. So I think we should focus on beer next. We call it GOP, Grand Old Patron.
I don't think Grande's I don't know.
It's up to Grande. I'm just throwing the idea.
I don't know. I'm kind of thinking like the slogan would be much better with somebody else from RSG.
Well,
like when you need to walk down that
tequila bomb
stick,
in the bottom of it.
you need some tits in your mouth. Like that.
Wow.
Oh my
I'm
God!
telling you need some tits beer, and that's where you go.
You need some tits in your mouth.
Just saying.
I can't stop laughing about that.
Oh my God.
I can't. You got me on that one.
Somewhere Tits is sneezing and thinking, all right, who's talking about me?
And then I'm going to get smacked.
You are going to get smacked in the ass, Fitz. You're going to get launched.
Oh my.
All right, let's get to some questions.
All right. So, let's see. First question is from Ski Trooper. Question. Various content creators have suggested modding R2 for offense instead of speed on a CLS Chewbacca team. What are the group's thoughts on this strategy?
For offense instead of speed. I mean, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, no problem with that.
I do both.
There you go. Do both.
I'd say it would depend whether you're going against a nest or not. Because if he's dazed, then he's just going to sit there.
True.
Well, it's not for him to attack.
Oh, it's to boost.
For number crunch.
Yeah, it's for the number crunch. Because Chewie's going to assist CLS and Han, and then you can increase their... Assuming you have it set right, then the guarded is going to go on CLS and Han, and Chewie and Han and CLS are going to wreck stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Science.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah,
it does.
I have no problem with that whatsoever. That's some good stuff right there. All right, next question.
All right, next question is going to be from Chewie. And says, question, will CG release the Revan kit today or wait until 5 minutes before the RSG Wednesday stream?
Oh, I have no idea.
3 weeks' time, they're going to tell us what it does.
I mean, part of it is they're trying to delay the gratification, right? I mean, that's part of the reason why they're waiting on the kit. I think
is it though?
Kit's done, personally. I think the kit's done. I don't think they're reworking the kit this late before the event comes.
So why do you think they were all working this weekend?
Don't you remember Warrior was on Jedi Academy where they released the Chewie kit on a Saturday because they wanted to make sure we all had enough time to see what the Chewie kit was.
That's true.
And they just did this for the last event. So it seems weird that they wouldn't release the Revan kit like 3 days before. Like, it would be surprising to me if they didn't, considering what they did for Chewie. If there wasn't another reason to what you're saying, Randy, like if the kit was ready, I'd be surprised if they didn't do it today because they made that kind of a priority with Chewie and releasing it on like the Saturday and everything.
Yeah,
and
to be honest, I don't really understand the logic behind not releasing the kit information early. The only thing I can think of is that we're all basically jonesing, thinking that every character is going to be great for Arena, right? And so the only reason why they could delay the kit is because it could push people to want to get the character, and so they're pushing on all this stuff, and then come to find out he's not really good in Arena, and then now they've collected all that money ahead of time for basically a raid character instead of a Arena character. That would be the only reason to delay. I can't see how, because why would you delay if he's really good in Arena? They know the majority of the player base is looking for Arena-based characters and not necessarily raid-based characters. So I'm a little perplexed as to why to withhold the kit.
Yeah, I mean, we can speculate, but I mean, I heard rumors that the people that have looked at it that it's underwhelming, so they're kind of rethinking some stuff. But that's just pure speculation. Don't hold me to that. I can't think of another reason why you would delay, especially when you already have the backlash of what the KOTOR characters are, but to not release the kit so people can make an informed decision about do they want to go all in on Revan or not. I would think you would put that out sooner than later, right? Logically speaking.
Yeah.
Maybe that's my problem.
I'm with you. I cannot see a good logical reason why they didn't do it.
I was chatting with you just before the show about that exact point. Yeah, it's getting unnerving now that they haven't released it. All they've done is said, "Oh, you only need Gear 9."
Yeah. What was it, Gear 8 or Gear 9? I can't remember.
Yeah, I think there's a Gear 9. Gear 9 across the board.
Right.
For 7-star.
So, I don't know. All right, next question.
With God mods.
That's right, Loki. God mods. That's right.
Better get your loadout ready, you know?
All right. Next question from Chewy. He says, I got a roster review a couple months ago, and I believe I hit all the targets and got set, but I think I could use a refocus. Can I get another one? Of course you can.
Of course.
You just have to message me, and I'll add you back to the queue, and we'll get you right back in. Just kind of like it's a good timing to ask the question, because that's exactly what Contingent did. So, yeah, just go ahead and message me, and we'll get you back in the queue. Next question from Ziglet. Question, is there a good Traya heroic AAT team? I can't say I've seen one that does like a full solo or anything.
Yeah, again, right? I mean, characters fall into basically two categories. They fall into a good arena team or they fall into a good PvE character team. And Trey is one of those characters that, for the most part, except for P2 in a Sith raid, falls into, and believe it or not, I mean, there's probably 10 teams you can run in P2. So, really and truly, she's an arena character.
Yeah. I don't think we've seen anything that makes her, like, anything special. I mean, she's a good character, so I'm sure you can get decent damage out of her, but not like a solo or anything in heroic AAT. Question, Mr. Pennypinch. Hey, Ranger, I won about 1,700 from the casino over the weekend. Should I whale out and get Revan?
No!
Wife gave me permission. Should I do it?
No. Why don't you buy yourself something nice for you and the missus?
7-star hounds.
Actually, that is a good point. So if she gives you permission to use it on Revan and you use it on her, then later on she might give you more in order to spend on the game, thinking she might get it in return, and you can spend it on something else.
That's right. God damn it. Or just hold on to it.
Go for Revan.
No, God, you Loki.
It's a test.
Was it spend it on your lady or spend on Revan? I'd spend on Revan. At least you know what you're getting at the end, you know?
Oh my God!
Or RSG has a GoFundMe in order to help us get to Orlando.
Hey, there you go.
Charity run in April.
There you go. Help us raise money for cancer, so we can combat cancer.
It is for the American Cancer Society.
That's
there
right.
You go. All right. Next question from Andrew Kopta. Question: is Rolo good for the Sith raid, and is her Zeta worth it? And which Zeta for Hermit Yoda?
Well, Yoda's easy.
Strength flows.
Yeah, strength flows. Let's go look at that little green
turd. Yeah, Rolo, no.
Rolo,
I mean, she can be good for the Sith raid, but only phase 3, and you need a lead-in team, but her Zeta isn't worth it. Not for that, anyways. I mean, what is her Zeta good or useful for? Like, it might be kind of a conditional territory war attack team, but I don't see anything that makes me think like that's a needed thing for anything in particular.
I'm looking at her real quick because I've not touched Rolo. Let's see. I've got.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to bring it up so people can see it, but I mean,
I have her gear 8. I just use her because I go in with the other characters and just do what I need to do. So I do have her leader max because unfortunately, I think that's an Omega ability. I think it's what her Dauntless. Yeah, Dauntless is the unique. It just gives offense. And she gains 35% stacking each time she resists a debuff. Or suffers. If she resists or suffers a debuff, she gets 35% offense. I mean, no. You don't need it. Because really what I do is when I go in there with Rolo, it's Rolo and 4 amazing characters. And I'm good. So yeah, don't do it.
All right. Next question from. By the way, Andrew Kopta. If you're on the RSG Discord, then go ahead and message me. Otherwise, get on the RSG Discord and message me.
There you go.
Throwing that out there. JOY9 question. It's been said Traya meta had been had made Arena stale. But for me, who just unlocked and geared her, I'm worried Revan is going to ruin my investment. What do I do if Revan breaks Traya meta?
Oh, I don't know what to tell you there, homie. I mean,
be happy.
Yeah.
As bad as it is, and I don't want to make it sound crass, but as bad as it would be for you, right? That you just got Traya and you're able to do stuff in Arena that you weren't able to before, and then Revan comes in. The whole kind of Sith meta between Emperor Palpatine and Traya has very little difference. Like, it was one character that shifted between the Emperor Palpatine meta and the Traya meta. And Arena has been stale for the last 7 months?
Pretty much.
Since, I mean, even before March, because March is when Traya was the Heroic Sith, right? March was Heroic Sith. I think she was first starting to appear starting in April. But even before that, the Emperor Palpatine Zeta was the meta in Arena for probably about 2-3 months before that. And so the Arena meta had been stale for so long that it is well overdue for a change. And previously, the Arena meta used to change every 2-3 months. And there was a rule of thumb, basically, where if you were chasing the meta, by the time you got to the meta, it would be too late. And that has since become a little thing of the past with the way that the characters have kind of been released, and there's been heavy PvE focus lately on some of the releases and whatnot. Arena hasn't changed too much, and so it would suck for you, and I understand that you're just getting Traya, and then Revan is the new meta. But overall, for the game health, I think it would be relatively good because they have to change the Arena meta more more often.
I mean, we don't even when we do the meta report now. We just look at it and then I go Harry Carey and basically make fun of everything. So because
there's no changing anymore.
There's nothing to change. I mean, it's unfortunately that's just the way it is. I mean, it's sad but true. So
the other thing too is that it would be Treya's kind of a little bit of an exception. Like her kit made it very difficult to find a consistent counter against her without having a Treya of your own. But previously, every other character had another meta that was in game that was fairly easy to get. CLS came out, you had Kenobi and Bears being like an easy counter against CLS teams. Jedi Training Rey came out, you had the Night Sisters, which was an easy counter. So there's a chance that even though Revan may come in and break Treya teams, there's another simple counter to go against Revan. And to the point we were discussing earlier, like that may be a reason why some of the kits and stuff are being like reviewed, if that is the reason why they're not releasing it. Because, I mean, it would suck if Revan is easily countered by Night Sisters again. Or if they were just easily countered by Imperial Troopers or something like that, right? Where it's a really easy squad in order to get up, and then all of a sudden it's like, Revan isn't really that worth it because I can beat it with like this team that I've had for the last 2 years or something like that. So, so we'll see what his kit looks like and how it plays out, but I wouldn't worry about it too much. Treya's still going to be a really good character to have pretty much everywhere in the game. So, next question, David Bond. Is it safe to assume that the Revan event will only run for 7 days, or do you think CG would make it longer, shorter event? I think 7 days is what it's going to be.
Yeah, I mean, people have asked. I know the Game Changers have asked, but
I'd be surprised if it was anything besides 7. Nothing they've done so far at this level, Legendaries or Hero's Journey, have been anything other than 7. And Marquees are the only thing that have been shorter. And Revan is a kind of a new event that is in par with the Legendary. So I'd be surprised if it wasn't a 7-day event.
We have actually had a marquee that was longer than 7 before.
Yes. Wasn't Django? I don't know how Django worked, but
he was like 2 weeks, right?
Well, and then I think so was T3.
Yeah, because they had the little bonus events. At
T3 was like T3 for whatever reason was like 2 weeks long. It was the craziest one. I was like, why is this one 2 weeks and the other ones are like 3 days?
Because Google paid for it in order to be that long.
Because Google paid for it.
Yeah, because it was the first release I think of T3 that was long, not the what is it, iPhone release.
Yeah.
It was the Android release that was like crazy long for whatever reason, just to kind of taunt the fact that iPhone users couldn't get it unless they just copied their account to an emulator and did it, which was kind of silly, but whatever. Next question, Hellenix from UWall Corellia and the GRDS. Question, for those of us not unlocking Revan on the first release and assuming we will slow free farm the 5 KOTOR characters to 7 stars, what should we prepare for in order to get ready for the next quote-unquote big thing? Let's go to the big deal if we're talking about a big thing.
I mean...
That's your cue, Grande.
What? What's my cue?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. It's like a child.
Every day.
I had a problem here. I was going from one vehicle to another and trying to switch my Bluetooth. So tell me again.
So if you're not getting Revan the first time around, but you're going to be slow farming the characters to 7-star for after, what should be the next thing that somebody would prepare for if they are trying to prepare for the next quote-unquote big thing?
Oh my gosh, the next big thing? Well, we never know what the next big... we could still have something with solo scoundrels, something else that we just don't know about yet. Here's another thing too, is we are getting dangerously close to needing a new fleet commander and a new capital ship. Like dangerously close, right? I mean, look at how many ships we have in game. So, a couple more ships get released, and then all of a sudden, like, we really need another fleet commander. So the next big thing could easily be some kind of ship coming into the game where we need some kind of another fleet commander. What does that look like? Possibly bounty hunters, possibly scoundrels, possibly Jedi, possibly,
Resistance with the cartoon.
Resistance with the cartoons, possibly First Order. If I was a betting person, I would say the next big thing that we really, really need is another fleet commander, or that we get is another fleet commander.
Oh, do you reckon we might get a Mace rework when they launch the clones?
Man, but I think we got a little ways to go on that. Doesn't that not release until like 2019? So we got some time on that. I think the things that we don't have time on is, we have another fleet commander coming, and it's just it's hard to see what that's going to be. I have no idea what it's going to be.
I'm not fully up to speed with Admiral Holdo, but did she win anything? I mean, she piloted a crippled ship for a bit. It's like, what's her command?
She is the kamikaze captain of capital ships.
She is the kamikaze captain of capital ships. Correct.
She will create a capital ship equivalent to Imperial probe droid.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of surprised we didn't get her as a fleet commander. I'm kind of surprised we didn't get Hux, right? I mean, how did we not get Hux for First Order? I don't know, man. It's strange.
Oh my god. Fimak wrote in chat, Grande is full of excuses. The dog ate my homework, the computer was running slow, my wife was yelling at me.
I'm full of the chicken, I was chasing a chicken.
Chicken, guys! Your Bluetooth wasn't working.
I didn't have the right kind of jacket. I mean, look, at some point, we end up talking about my personal life for whatever reason, probably because I don't have anything else to talk about. But yeah, I was, I changed vehicles so I could go get the sick kid at the school.
Jesus. All right. Next question, Dennis Jort. Question. Would you put your fastest mods on Tarkin just to make his ship go faster, or does it not apply at all before you upgrade him to 6E? Speed of your mods has nothing to do with the ship of the speed of the ship.
Agreed.
All you need is 5. So 6E makes a difference, but otherwise you just need 5 dot, level 15, with the highest possible mods. The stats itself don't matter. So you want 5As and 6Es on your Tarkin if you're using him as a capital ship in order to get him to go fast. He doesn't need speed secondaries on his mods itself. It makes no difference.
Agreed. Here's the other thing, too, is when you're trying to win the speed game with Tarkin, at some point you just give up. I mean, I've got that guy double zated with all of his freaking pieces at G12, 5, all 5 pieces, and I can throw all 6 dot mods on him. Why? At some point, you just decide, okay, well, we'll just go Thrawn and we'll be slower because his ultimate now is not powerful enough to kill all the other characters, all the other ships on the other side. And you really just want to kill one, Houndstooth. The rest of them you can work around. So if you want someone's ultimate that you get to faster, just go Thrawn.
Or use ships that turn meter manipulate, like Imperial TIE and TIE Reaper, and you can change the way that the ships go too.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Next question is from Doja-sun. Question: what is the proper shorthand for Hermit Yoda? Is it Hoda or H Yoda?
H Yoda.
It's H Yoda while typing and Hoda while talking. Because the Y is silent.
The Y is silent. I agree.
So it's both. It just depends on which form you're doing it. I always type H Yoda, but then say Hoda. Okay. JLY9 question. My wife's birthday is on October 24th, and we have a $50 budget for each other when it comes to birthdays. Can the relationship love doctor, a.k.a. Hot Tub Grande, make an appearance and give me some ideas?
Oh, okay, so, man, yeah, you got to spoil your wife. Telling you, just spoil them. Spoil them every chance you get. So, for your wife, it needs to be something that's thoughtful. It needs to be something, It needs to be something, let's say if you don't have a big budget, like the $50 budget, you could go, pick some flowers, from the field. You could write you can write a handwritten note. I've done that before. Written a handwritten note, put it in her car. Written a handwritten note, and made that happen. I've left work and gone and delivered flowers at her office. Take them out to a nice dinner, or better yet, go, get some food from the grocery store and cook some food at home. Those are all great things you could do. Foot massages. Those are things, that ladies like. I mean, just it's more about the thoughtfulness and about the caring than it is about the dollar amount spent by most ladies.
I once gave my wife a laminated $10 bill.
A laminated $10 bill.
Yeah. It's from a movie. Something costs $10. Long time.
Oh my god! Full Metal Jacket? Come on now, that's terrible. That's
I
terrible.
can even take a picture of it. I've still got it.
I mean, you want to typically do things that pamper them, but that you don't have to do things that cost a bunch of money.
Spend $50
Make it an
on her to spend a day away from you.
Make it an experience. Make it something that creates memories.
Mm-hmm. Away from you, if she's angry at you.
Just learn how to be quiet. That's always a good one. I've learned how to be quiet.
$50 to show your mouth shut. There you go. All right, next question. Dane Kyrell, question for the big deal. If I retire early next year, would you inherit my account and take good care of it?
I'd use it. I'd use it like a redheaded stepchild, and I'd use it as an alt to get 600 wherever I need it. If that's taking good care of it, then yes, I will take care of it. I'll log into it once a week and use it for whatever I deem fit. No, I'm not going to take care of anyone's account if they leave. I'm the worst person to do that.
There you go. Vigilant Sentinel question, what comes next? Phoenix, Troopers, OG Trilogy, and then Sith, Resistance, Scoundrels, Bounty Hunters, or Old Republic? Who should you work on?
Depends on your roster, man. Dang. You literally listed everything in the game that's probably worth working on at some point or another. We'd have to look at your roster and see what you're closest to finishing. The other thing, too, is about finishing. Gear 11 is great for a lot of stuff. Gear 12 is really only for a couple of things. So make sure you're not going too, you want to do the tip and only part of the shaft, not the whole tip and the whole shaft on most things.
That's right.
God. All right, we have 2 more questions left. First one, Daniel McCracken. Question, new player, level 56, approaching fleets and ship's fleet arena. What should I focus on first as I continue to advance my Phoenix team in squad arena?
Okay, so typically for a newish type player, we recommend that they go for Phoenix. This includes the Phoenix ships. If you're trying to go for, Phoenix will get you Thrawn, Phoenix ships will get you Chimera. So if you do Rebels and Phoenix, it'll get you Chimera. You're already going to be focused on first order characters in order to get BB-8. Your dark side ships could easily be first order ships, and they work incredibly well in fleet. You could run fleet with them and a couple of bounty hunter ships and be just fine. So rebel ships, first order ships, and a couple of bounty hunter ships sprinkled in for good measure.
Yep. Make sure that you're not neglecting getting ships to 7-star, right? Because while you're focusing on Fleet Arena, you have other things you want to work on too. Like, for example, you want to start getting your Zeta mats from the challenges, and so you'll need to make sure you have dark side ships in order to start working through and getting your Tarkin and all other kinds of things too, right? So don't fall behind on getting ships to 7-star.
Agreed.
Particularly in your Galactic War store.
Grab
once you
TIE
get the main
advance
characters
shards
start doing that. Go ahead,
whenever they show. Oh, I'm just saying, grab TIE advance shards whenever they show. It's
TIE
still
advance
one
whenever they show up. I would say Slave 1 whenever Slave 1 shows up. Those would be 2 that I would definitely go after, and then I would farm the rest of the First Order. And by doing that, and by using, you'll get Chimera. By doing that, and then of course you'll have to level Tarkin enough to be able to complete all of the fleet challenges. Getting to the highest level on fleet challenges, and then rounding, and then buying everything else, but Zetamats in the fleet store will serve you in the long run.
He's in a great position though, because he's going to be on an equal footing of farming Houndstooth.
Yes, he will be.
Because Houndstooth's about to become farmable. And there are the other 2 ships as well, aren't they? Xanadu's Blood is pretty good. The Sith one, meh.
Meh.
But, meh.
Yeah. It'll depend where they drop to. So,
but
if they drop way up in nodes 5, A, he'll be months before he gets to it.
The other thing too, and I'll just throw this, Daniel. If you're not on the RSG Discord, hop on the RSG Discord. I usually keep space for lower level players as they're leveling up and stuff in my my ally list. And so if you want a high level ally, just go ahead and hop in the RSG Discord and ping me Affinity, and then I'll add you, so you can get some of that in order to help you with the rest of the game too. I think I have 3 slots open for low level players right now.
I'll add you as well. I'm kind of a big deal.
My God.
All right. And then last question from
I've
Eric.
got one spot. Ping him. Ping
there you go.
him.
Hop on the RSG
as
Discord.
well.
You'll get a lot of allies in order to fill that up, and that'll help you with some of the other content as well.
There you go. You'll have 2 Revens, hopefully, then, that you can call on me and Grondon.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, not me.
You'll have 2 light side. You'll have 2 light side Revens. It will be like you've already done the second journey.
Okay, let's go to the last question from Eric Estrella. Question: what team should I use under Tarkin's ship to beat Ness Fleet Hard Node? I don't have Chimera. It sounds like you're just going to go as tanky as you can, right, to survive to the ultimate. I mean, that's what
Agreed.
That's what it sounds like you're doing. And so Biggs' ship is probably one you don't necessarily want to use, because Biggs is actually fairly squishy unless you have target locks. And so if you don't have target locks, then you may not want to use Biggs. Now, if you have a Slave 1 coming off of reinforcements, but that's still going to take a few turns, right? So you may need I would say maybe it doesn't synergize with Tarkin though, but you may want something like a Ghost in the starting lineup.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough, man.
So Houndstooth, I think, is one that you're gonna want.
Yep.
And again, I don't know all of his ships, so that becomes a little bit difficult too. But I would just
Has he got the bugs?
So you could go with the bugs if he has that. The bugs are possible.
Because I mean, that one you'd run. Well, I'd say you'd run Spy and Soldier.
I'm going to make an assumption that because he doesn't have Chimera, I would assume that he doesn't have the bugs either.
Right.
Just because Geospy and stuff they're pretty later game.
We should start calling them crustaceans. Maybe they're really crustaceans. Maybe they're really bugs.
They're bugs.
Oh, you're sure? Oh, okay.
Can are zapped and they're wiped out.
But yeah, so
again, keep working on your ships. People neglected ships and went for Zetas for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I got to tell you, it's like you got to eat your vegetables. Finish off your rosters, man. Finish off your ship's rosters. It's super freaking important to finish off your ship's rosters and to get everything that is farmable. This is why, is because you never know where they're going to drop something, and then you got to go get it to 3-star so you can farm the crud out of it.
There you go. And so we are well over time here, so we can start wrapping it up now, Ranger.
Can you wrap it up? Because I'm in the middle of a PvP battle. All right, I'll wrap it up. It doesn't matter then. See if you ask help from Finn, and this is what you get. So if you're watching this is going to be half-assed because I'm in the middle of a battle.
I can do it. So thank you all for watching. This is the lunch stream. We do this on weekdays that are working days, so not on holidays. Mondays through Fridays at noon Eastern for roughly an hour. We went a little long today because you guys had a lot of questions, but we do this for about an hour. And we try to answer your questions. We do roster reviews. If you want a roster review, hop in the RSG Discord and message me, Finity. And make sure that I respond to you and tell you that you are in the queue. Until then, feel free to bother me if I don't respond. And then we also have on Wednesday night our longest running swgoh live stream on YouTube. I think we're getting close to episode 125 at this point. So make sure you check that out. It's at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Wednesday nights, where we go through the news and notes from the last week in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes and tell you what you can do in order to prepare for upcoming content. Then on Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, we have Jedi Academy, which is a pure question and answer stream where the RSG crew, along with a lot of our friends that include game changers, such as Operation Metaverse, Warrior Presents, and Ramon Azab, all join us to answer questions for 2 hours for you guys. So you guys come at 10 a.m. with the questions. We provide the answers for you. We're also doing some other games. So on Tuesday nights, we have Tuesday Night PC Gaming, where me and a bunch of our community friends here that play PC games have been playing different games over the past few weeks. That'll start around 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and we'll just play games, PC games. We'll play some new ones. We've played Never Split the Party, which is a new Steam game. We've done Borderlands. We've done Diablo 3. We've done Dauntless. I mean, we're playing a bunch of different games and just having fun on Tuesday nights, so hopefully you guys can join us for that. Sundays at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, we have our D&D campaign. Now, regularly, it is on Sunday, but this coming Saturday, we have a special long stream that we are doing in order to finish off our funding, hopefully, with your guys' help, in order to get to Orlando for the half marathon charity run that we are doing in April. And so we are over halfway to our goal to secure what we need in order to travel to Orlando. We will be streaming for about 12 hours, and we'll be playing different games. We'll be answering questions. So hopefully you guys can join us for that. Again, it'll be this Saturday, October 20th, starting at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. The event is up on our YouTube channel, so you guys will be able to see that. And during that time, we will also be playing D&D. We'll be doing Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and we'll be doing some of the other games like Mega Man 11, which is a game that I've been streaming lately. So we'll be doing that as well. So hopefully you guys can join us for that. If you guys would like to help us with the GoFundMe, the link is in the description of the YouTube video below. And we are, again, over halfway to our goal. There are some rewards you can get for your donation. And so you can get a ticket to McVenom's roster review this month, which we will be doing. I'm going to add that in there because it says September, but we'll also do that for October. So if you guys are not a Palpatine or I should say a purple or a gold Patreon, you won't get access to the roster review, but you have a chance this month if you help us with the GoFundMe. Make sure that you write it in the comment when you guys donate that you are looking for the roster review with McVenom. And for all of you that are donating to that, just something of note, we are doing something special just for all the people that are donating to the GoFundMe right now, and then later on as we get to that part of the campaign, the ACS. So please PM me, or I'll be PMing you as well if you haven't, with regards to that. And you guys will get something special that we're setting up for you guys. So with that, this is the Reality Skewed Lunch Hour for October 15th. Hope you guys had fun today. Have a good rest of your day, and we are signing out.